Warning, use of needle, blood, and gore. Like taking your quirks, oh, you didn't hurt anyone no more. You picked up one and inspected it, taking the needle cap off and stabbing it into your arm, making sure to hit a vein, pushing whatever it was in. Nothing had happened though. You took it out and placed it on the counter. Shit, I'm stupid, you thought as you walked out of the kitchen. But that's when it hit. You fell to the floor, coughing up what was ever in your stomach, fully falling down to the floor. You couldn't hold yourself up anymore. You felt your bones cracking, smelling of blood that you had been coughing up. Your scream being covered by the sound of blood coming from your mouth. Nomu came to your side and held you tight. You couldn't feel it, but you knew he was there. Your vision was so blurry that you couldn't even tell if he was or not. You felt as if you couldn't breathe, the strong hands holding you close to them. You could feel your body twist and turn as the pain went through your body, and it was all gone. A warm body held you. You were at normal breathing. Then you could see again. This time, you saw Kurogiri. You felt as if nothing happened, but it was all still happening. Your body breaking and cracking, blood seeping from your mouth, ears, nose, and eyes. Your body parts moving wrongly, like they didn't belong, until it all came again. The pain, the way you could feel your body break and bend in ways it shouldn't. And you could barely hear Kurogiri whisper things. You just could hear that he was saying something. You closed your eyes, hoping the pain would go away. What do you mean? You heard a yell. Her yell. I won't stand by and watch as you use my daughter. She yelled at a man. You had this dream before. You never knew who the people were, but it was always about a man and a woman and a young girl. What do you mean, your daughter? She's also mine as well. You heard the man's voice. I'll make sure she's nothing like you. I'll make sure she knows what you did. You could hear the man's chuckle from afar. What's so funny? She spat. I'll make sure she knows what you have done then as well. She won't trust either of us. That's when a hand went over your face. You opened your eyes, seeing it was morning. Your body hurt like hell, but you remembered dreaming of something, but you couldn't remember all of it. You saw Nomu and Kurogiri. Kurogiri was sleeping in an armchair and Nomu just being there. Kurogiri stirred in his sleep, his eyes opening to look at you. My lady. He got up and lightly bowed a bit. Can you help me? You didn't know why he was acting so differently, but your body hurt and you wanted up. You asked as he walked over to you, holding his hand out, to which you took it. Your legs felt wobbly as you felt like you were having a fever, and walked over to the bathroom. But you froze, seeing yourself, or was it you? You couldn't tell. You walked to the mirror, the girl on the opposite doing the same. Her hair was snow white and reached probably below her butt. Her skin was pale and looked to have no imperfections, not even veins either. Her right eye was yellow and her left was blue. Her eyes seemingly glowed, but that could have just been you since it was light in the bathroom. But what caught you off guard was your arm, the one you stabbed your arm with, the needle. It was black, with the veins glowing white as it moved throughout your arm. Are you hungry, my lady? Kurogiri asked. No, but what happened to me? You asked, looking at your face, body, and more, realizing that your voice had changed quite a bit. This is your body reacting to the quirks. Plural. He paused as he watched you. We don't know where the box came from. Not even the doctor sent it our way. You froze, still in shock as you turned away from the mirror. I would like to be alone. He nodded and left the room, hearing the door shut. My lady hurt? You heard Nomu as you walked out. No, just shocked. You looked at the difference of your hands. It just seemed all so different. You then walked to the window, seeing the city. It was the same as always, but something just felt different. You couldn't point it out. It just seemed all too bright. My lady, you have visitors. Kirigiri walked in. How did they get here? You asked, as you looked at him. I, of course. He looked at me. Oh, you, sorry. Wait, didn't you ask for food or something? You couldn't remember. Your brain was just mumbled and jumbled. Who are they? You asked. It was a gut feeling now. Shigaraki. He spoke. Just him? You thought, scoffing a bit. He never usually came by himself. So you got up and left your room, with the two following. The halls were quiet, as your bare feet was all that could be heard, along with the huge feet of Nomu and the nothingness of Kurogiri's. You made it to the stairs and looked down. My face widened. It was me. But before I looked like this. Brother? I asked in annoyance. With you looking so different, what would your little boyfriend think, He asked, walking closer to the stairs. And Toga would make the perfect little spy. This was pissing me off. Bakugou was your boyfriend, and not this little rat's. She may look like you and sound, but she's not you. I bet Bakugou wouldn't even know. I giggled as she clasped her hands together. That was the last straw for me. Out of nowhere, I was in front of her. My hand fisted and punched her right in the stomach. She fell to the floor, coughing up blood. Shigaraki went to grab my shoulder, but I grabbed him and threw him to the stairs. How dare you come into my house and boss me around? I had Toga by the root of my hair, dragging her as I walked over to my brother, who had a little blood on the side of his mouth. You are nothing compared to me in my own house. Father brought you here just because he pitied you. I spat, a scowl on his face. Your little toys, and you aren't allowed at my house ever again. And just as your punishment, Nomu, you looked up at the monster. Beat her until she stops looking like me. I threw her head onto the floor. And you will watch. I pointed to my brother as he watched in horror as he saw the Nomu, my Nomu, beat Toga. I watched as Toga turned back. Her blooded face and almost exposed body disgusted me. Take them back, Kurogiri. He only bowed as you walked up the stairs and into your room. You weren't hungry no more. Toga had just ruined it, along with your brother. That was when something actually came back into your mind. What would your boyfriend think? You looked at your phone and picked it up. What would he think? How would he react to it? Those types of questions longed in your mind. So you texted him. Bakugou, what would you do if I was different? What do you mean? You paused and looked at yourself far away from the mirror to the bathroom. You walked over and took a picture of yourself, sending it to him and waiting, your mind in circles as you waited. It took so long for him to text it to you in your mind. God, I don't know what to say, just, you're gorgeous. A few seconds later, he texted back. Wait, what happened? I took a needle. A what? Okay, please don't be mad at me, but my father told me to open this box when the right time came. And I thought that he meant when I hurt someone, and now that I'm texting this, I see how dumb I was. If you were with him, you swear he could be sighing right now. It's okay. You didn't know. You didn't know what to make of the text, but you had to stay calm. What if he meant it in a good way? But you're still coming to the festival, right? Yes. Friday, right? Yes. Love you. Love you too. You smiled at your phone as you giggled to yourself. That was when a knock came at the door. Come in, you spoke. Nomu brought food. You clasped your hands, your hunger coming back as quickly as it left. Ooh, goody. Dang, one more chapter. And then season 2. This was my favorite part. Actually, it really wasn't. My favorite part is season 2. When you guys see it, you'll understand why. And it was all my credibility. Well, I can't give me all the credit since this was inspired by Super LP, if you guys didn't know that. But there is one more part and a extras part written by me and Kiki. But I wanted to tell you that the extras part is a little bit more to the not memory, but dream that you had in this chapter. So it will be backstory on your mother and father. Well, you know, all for one and how he met. And also make some more lore, because why not? I love so much lore. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed. Bye, lovelies. Mwah.